That was yesterday. Now today, Group 4 tight ends are through, and Jake Browning's the first quarterback of Group 5 to run.
Saw his high school offensive tackle Jonah Williams yesterday.
4.81 for the kid who's done so well. Chris Peterson coming over, taking over the program. He was just spectacular. 39 career wins, most ever by a Pac-12 quarterback. Now here's NC State's Ryan Finley.
Remember with Lindstrom, and I said just give him to the Patriots. Ryan Finley to me is another one that just I could see him being that quarterback they try and find in the second or third round to try and be that next one up for if Tom Brady ever does decide to retire.
That's right.
It's a big if.
Tom was mentioning the age of 45. He has. It's not like it's a tells out of school, but
got it, buddy.
I mean, what Brady is doing is the Duke watching. He's acquired Joe Flacco, but a lot of people think that Flacco's obviously the bridge quarterback to whomever Elway will finally select out of the draft and have success with. You know, he took Paxton Lynch before the Cowboys who trade up to get him, but that worked out for Dallas. They got Dak Prescott out of that. And then we all know that Jimmy Garoppolo was that guy that was grooming and being groomed, but we all know what happened there.
Might want to play for another 10 years at that point in time.
Just won his 6th. I know that's in our open of 474. That's in the open of our combine broadcast, showing him from when he was here at the combine in the old
RCA Dome.
The RCA Dome, or could have been known as the Hoosier Dome still then. But you hear he's just a 6-time champion. I mean, that number is ridiculous. It's a ridiculous number. And with each passing one, now he's setting more records. His first 41-year-old to do it, now 42-year-old. And then the shots of him with his beautiful family celebrating. You know, that famous photograph of his daughter smiling in the reflection of the Lombardi Trophy. I mean, the fact that he's still doing it, he's sharing it with family members who are old enough to remember now. It's amazing.
That was a great picture there with his daughter. The way he's playing, I imagine that she'll be graduated from college. And they're still celebrating Super Bowl wins.
4.65 by Nick Fitzgerald of Mississippi State.
Fitzgerald was requested to work out with the tight ends as well. So after this workout is done, he'll actually take some reps at tight end. He's really an athletic quarterback.
All right, here's Will Greer now. Mountaineer quarterback.
Interesting story for him. You know, started out at Florida. Got suspended there, ended up going to West Virginia. Prolific numbers there. Dana Holgerson at West Virginia.
4.92.
And give some context here, Rich, as we start these groups. I like to do this.
Yes.
Top 10 quarterbacks in terms of passing yards last year. If we were to take their averages, size, height, weight, speed, 6'3" and 7/8, 224 pounds, with a 4.89 40. And that's with Brady's 5'2", 840 factored in there. The fastest of the guys that finished in the top 10, that would be Andrew Luck with the 4.67.
Here's now Dwayne Haskins. 5.04. Seemed like a little stumble out of the gate there. So look at a second run of it.
But again, you're not drafted Dwayne Haskins to run a lot of zone read and ask him to take off and move around a ton. You want him to show he can just be quick enough and mobile enough to move within the pocket. And that's what we're looking to see today.
And then all he needs to do is just put a 0 next to his uniform number. And obviously the first 2 digits of his run, 5.0. Those were his touchdowns.
There you go.
Of the year. That's the measurement, right?
Look at that time. Whoa.
4.59 of Tyree Jackson. What a run right there.
6'7", 249 pounds. The guys were talking about him on the other set, and there he is in 4.5s.
Wow, what a great run by the Buffalo Bull. We all know, obviously, Buffalo sent Khalil Mack to the next level. Kim Jones, take it away.
Rich, I am the bearer of good news for every talent evaluator watching. Every quarterback in this group will throw and do everything, with the one exception being Dwayne Haskins, who will throw and run the 40, obviously. He's going to not do the jumps and a couple of other things. But Sean McVay said this week he loves when the guys throw. Well, they're going to be happy people here because they're all going to throw.
Yeah, we all love it, obviously. I mean, it's our job to bring you this event. And the more people that participate, the better, and obviously the more bold-faced name individuals that participate, the better. And Drew Locks is somebody that a lot of folks know about. And same with this kid. I mean, what Trace Mcsorely did at Penn State was nothing short of spectacular. His home run swings, his passing, his leadership. Now here he is at a combine.
It's a college player. He reminded me a little bit of Colt McCoy at Texas. And I mentioned Fitzgerald going to work out at tight end. Teams have requested for Mcsorely, you see with that time, that he actually work out at DB. He was recruited as a safety by several teams going into college. And
will he do it?
Knowing him and getting to know him a little bit, I wouldn't be surprised if he did it. I would be shocked if he didn't do it. He wants to. He's a football player. He wants to play in the National Football League in any way possible.
4.58 for Trace Mcsorely. Penn State records for wins, completions, passing yards, passing touchdowns. Jake Browning. Yeah, the Jets. Are they making fun of the fact that they drafted Darnold without him working out last year? Is
Question
happening right there?
Question: did the Jets interview Kyler Murray yesterday? I didn't hear about that.
No,
I don't think so.
Here's Adam Gase, the new HC of the NYJ, next to Mike McCagnon, the general manager. He's the one in whose hands they're placing that franchise quarterback.
When I watched,
they drafted 3rd overall last year.
I watched Ryan Finley on tape, Rich. I wrote down Goff light. He reminds me a little bit of Jared Goff. He's built similarly. Same frame.
4.75.
The ball's just, it's always out. He's got good anticipation. He's accurate. He's tough. Now he was started out at Boise State, ended up transferring to NC State.
Charles?
Hey guys, the Ryan Finley, I was hearing you talk about him, DJ.
Yeah.
You know what impressed me the most about him in Mobile was how he handled coming off the bench in the Senior Bowl, because as we all know, all these guys are starters their whole careers. So only 2 of them are going to start the Senior Bowl. He came in the 3rd quarter, and I thought he showed a lot of poise, a lot of moxie, and the team moved immediately with him on the field. He's a guy that bears keeping some eyes on. I saw what the Jets tweeted. I think the rest of us ought to keep those eyes on him, too.
CD, he didn't have an answer to an important question that I asked him at the Senior Bowl, though.
What was
that?
Because
at NC State, I said, can you tell me what's the significance of fire and ice with NC State? And he was not familiar.
He did not know fire. He did not know Corciani.
He did not know Corciani and Monroe. So I had to give him a little quick education there on some, what is that, late 80s.
Did you drop Del Negro in on him, too?
Vinny Del Negro.
DP would call him Vinny Del Fuego. 4.84 for Will Greer. All right, so here's Haskins.
You mentioned a little bit of a stumble here, Rich.
There he goes. Looks like a better start there. These are 5.0.
So it is. And that's, again, this will be the last time he'll run a 40. Check that box. That's why I like it as a quarterback coming here. Just get this out of the way. You know, just be done with the 40. Go to your pro day and throw.
Yeah, it just bears repeating as we got Tyree Jackson again.
Got a little bit of a jack start. You went down,
5 and
you
0.
went out. So
how about the way you finished
his touchdown pass?
How about his last 3 games, Rich? When you look at the rivalry game.
Actually, I prefer not to talk
maybe
about
the last 2.
Hey, please, would you mind just talk about the last 2?
All right, I'm gonna lump the numbers in with the last 3. A rivalry game, a conference championship game, and a Rose Bowl. 14 touchdowns, 1 interception.
What do you think of Tyree Jackson?
He's a wild card. It was fascinating learning his story. He taught himself a lot of drills on YouTube. Didn't have a guru, a quarterback guru growing up, so he is very raw. And you see how long levered he is at 6'7". You can imagine
not
mechanically.
Not going to be doing those for a while.
Not going to have to do that for a while. He can get a little bit long and loose with his delivery, and that affects his accuracy. But you will see some wow throws on tape. He's been working. These 3 guys we're going to see in a row have all been working together with Jordan Palmer.
Daniel Jones, 4.84.
Tyree Jackson, Daniel Jones, and Drew Lock all training out there in California. Jordan Palmer, who last year worked with Darnold and Josh Allen. Daniel Jones looks a little bit like the actor from Office Space, by the way.
Brock Ron Livingston?
Yeah, I'm going to need to see the TPS reports, that guy.
Okay. Drew Lock. 4-7. So Daniel Jones gets pieces of flair. So Trace Mcsorely.
Keep the copy machines away from him, Mitch. Mcsorely 4.58.
By the way, he also record at Penn State for rushing touchdowns by the quarterbacks, touchdowns responsible for. I mean, what he did.
Some people think it's cheesy. I think it's accurate. He's a football player. He's going to hang around in some capacity.
He just ran 2 high-quality 40s here.